can't. Okay, good morning. So I can see a couple of people are watching at the minute. I'm hoping one of you is the one that's logged on at Eckington.
My mum.
Yeah. Right, so we're going to get started in about 2 minutes. You will have to bear with me because there's 3 of us in this front room. So you might hear Sheridan shout up every now and then. So I do apologise for that in advance. So I'll let you just get sorted, get your mat ready and a drink. Moving forwards a little bit because I'm right underneath that light. Oh, thanks, Darren. So long as I know you're on, it helps. I'm just trying to reposition myself because at the minute I'm right underneath the light. You get the gist anyway. If I put my arms up, I'll try and explain the best I can. In fact, I might be able to move you back a little bit more. I'm just trying. I'm about to rearrange all the furniture. Should be okay. Right then, so we're going to get started. So, there we go. Right then, so starting off on the mat with your legs crossed. Tummy's pulled in, sitting nice and tall. Deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. If you wish, you can close your eyes. So concentrate on that breathing all the way through. Deep breath in through the nose. And out through your mouth. Okay, so just make you tilt your head to one side. And then just gently roll the chin down to the chest, all the way over to the other side. And again, rolling back to the other side. So with every breath, just gently rolling that head. And then come back up to centre. Okay, place one hand on the floor and then reaching up and over the top. And looking up to the ceiling if you can. And then taking it over to the other side, so reaching up and over and looking up at the ceiling. And relax there. Okay, so pop your fingers on your shoulders and then we're going to place our elbows together and really round the back, tuck the head in. And as you breathe out, I want you to Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Push the elbows back, and then as you breathe in, elbows together, touch at the front, round the back, drop the head. And breathing out. And one more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, so we're going to do big shoulder rolls. So taking those elbows down, knee in the middle. Deep breath in. Big circles all the way round. And again, breathe in. And breathe out as they drop down the back. Breathing in. And breathe out. One more, breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, so we're going to roll onto our hands and knees. So make sure your knees are underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. And I just want you to gently rock forwards and backwards. Keeping your tummy pulled in all the time. And then gently rocking side to side. And forwards and backwards. Okay, so taking it into your child's pose. So pushing your bottom back, stretch those arms forward, let the head touch the floor. Doing those nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And if you want a deeper stretch, lifting up onto the fingertips. Okay, I want you to walk those fingers forward so you're now in your low dog position. Keeping the back nice and flat, tummy pulled in. Let the head stay touching the floor. So I want you to take your right arm and thread it underneath and through. So putting your right shoulder on the floor, turn and look up to the ceiling, and then thread the left arm behind your back and try and grab hold of the right thigh. And release the left arm, place it back on the floor, unthread the right arm and go straight to the other side. So we're threading the left arm under and through, left shoulder to floor. The right hand comes behind the back and grabs hold of the left thigh, looking up towards the ceiling. And release there. Okay, so coming up into your hands and knees one more time. So we're going to do our cat-cow stretch. So push your tummy down to the floor, lift the head. And then take a deep breath in as you push your back up to the ceiling. And breathe out, tummy down to the floor, lift the head. And breathe in. And breathe out. Chomping. And again, breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, so we're going to keep one knee on the floor. You're going to turn and lift the right arm, extend the right leg and look up to the ceiling. If you want to make it a little bit harder, I want you to lift that right leg at the back. Okay, from here we're going to swing our right leg all the way around to the front. So you're now in your low lunge. You can keep your hands on the floor. You can pop your hands on your thigh, or you can lift them all the way up, chest lifted, looking up at the ceiling. Really feel that stretch on the hip flexors. So just make sure that that front knee is in line with your toes. So I want you to take your right hand to the floor, or you can rest it on your thigh, reaching up and over the top and looking up to the ceiling. And release there. So keeping the hands on the floor, we're going to push the bottom back, take all the weight into the left knee, and then lift the right toes up towards the ceiling. So you're flexing that front foot. Try and keep the chest lifted. You can either hold it here, or if you want to make it a little bit harder, you can just start to take that chest down towards the front thigh. And then slowly coming back up. So with every breath, you can take it down and back up. And down. Okay, so I want you to shift that weight forwards again. So this time we're just going to heel toe the right foot to the outside of the mat, and I just want you to put a little bit of pressure on that right knee and push it outwards so you're rolling onto the outside of the right foot. Okay, so place that foot back down, right hand to the floor. I want you to tuck the toes on the back foot and lift the back knee, keeping that tummy pulled in. Try and keep a nice flat back, looking down at the floor. So from this position, we're just going to create a twist. You're going to lift your right arm and look up towards the ceiling. Okay, placing that right hand back. So we're going to take it into our first downward dog of today. So you're going to push back, and we should end up in the downward facing dog. So in this position, you can either move your feet, or you can keep them still. Pedal the heels out if you wish. Relax that head, give it a shake if you need to. Keeping the tummy pulled in all the time. Okay, so from here I want you to bring it back down into hands and knees position. So we're going to do exactly the same stretch as on the other side. So from here, I will end up turning my back towards you to start off with. You're going to rotate, so you're lifting the left arm up towards the ceiling, looking up. And then if you wish to make it a little bit harder, you can lift the left leg at the back. Hold it here, nice deep breath. Okay, from here we're going to swing that back leg all the way round, again to end up in that low lunge. From here you can now place the hands on the front thigh, or you can lift them all the way up to the ceiling. Lift the chin, keep the chest lifted, shoulders back and down. And then if you can, let's take that left hand down towards the floor And then just increase that stretch by reaching the right arm further up and over, looking up towards the ceiling. Okay, and release the hand there, hands to the floor. Transferring the weight into the back knee, pushing the bum back. Flexing the toes of the front foot, so lift them up. Keep the chest lifted. If you wish, you can hold it here, really feeling the stretch down the back of the front leg. Or if you want, with each breath, you can just take the head down towards the knee and the front thigh, and then lifting back up. So it's up to you whether you want to keep still or add the movement. Okay, so we're just going to transfer the weight forwards again. So this time we're going to heel toe the left foot to the outside of the mat. Bring the hand onto the inner thigh, and then just push that left knee outwards, rotating onto the outside of your left foot. Really good for opening those hips and stretching them out. And then place that foot back on the floor, hands to the floor, tuck the toes at the back, and then just lift the back knee off the floor. So when you're in position, we're now going to take the left arm and lift the left arm up towards the ceiling, creating that twist. And then take the left hand back to the floor, and we're stepping back into that downward facing dog. So again, you can either pedal the feet out, or you can stay nice and still. Just relaxing the head. Okay, from here we're going to take it into our high plank. So I want you to shift the weight forward, shoulders over hands. Keep that tummy pulled in. Stay nice and strong. You can either take the knees to the floor, or you can lower down nice and slow. Once you're here, you're pushing up into your cobra. If you need to, pop your thighs on the floor, and you can even take it down onto the forearms if you struggle on your hands. Take a deep breath in, and tuck the toes, push back into your downward facing dog. So remember, in all of these exercises, if you need to, you can break it down, you can use your knees a lot more. So we're going to do that again. Taking it into that high plank, taking the weight forward, shoulders over hands. Come down with the knees if you need to, or lower down nice and slow. And then push into your cobra or upward facing dog. And tuck the toes, take it back. We're going to do this one more time. So when you're ready, one more time, deep breath in, take it into the high plank, lower down to the floor, and push into your cobra. This time keep the knees on the floor and push back into your child's pose. And let's just give those arms a little bit of a rest. You can bring them by your side, or if at this point you need a drink, have a quick drink. So we're going to do a little bit more flow, bring in some of the standing exercises. So if you want to meet me back down in child's pose, So you can either have your arms forward or behind you. Deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. And then coming up into your downward facing dog.
Then we finish.
Okay, so from here I want you to lift the right leg into your 3-point dog. Yeah.
When are you finished?
Half an hour. Okay, from here we're going to step forward and come up into a high lunge. So from this position you can keep your back heel lifted off the floor, or you can place it down. Front knee bent, keeping the knee in line with the toes. And then take the hands back down towards the floor. Step back into your downward facing dog. And we're going to do the other side now. So lifting the left leg into your 3-point dog. And swing it forwards, foot in front of hands, and lifting up into your high lunge. So again, just making sure your left knee is in line with the left toes. And again, if you wish, you can put your back heel down on the floor. And taking it back to the floor. Step back into your downward facing dog. So this time, everybody, we're going to take it into our warrior. So take the right leg. You're going to lift into your 3-point dog. Stepping that right foot to the hands. Coming up and into your warrior 1. So I have got my back to you, but I think you all know this one. Shoulders back and down, looking forward, down the front arm. Keep that back leg nice and strong. And remember that front thigh stays in line with your toes. So we're going to take it into our reverse warrior. So we reach forward, flip the palm, and then lift to look up to the ceiling. I want your left hand to go onto your left knee at the back. And then we're going to place the right hand on the right thigh. Take the left arm over and create a nice straight line from your fingertips down to your left ankle. And if you want to make it harder, we can take the right hand away. And you can look up to the ceiling as well if you wish. And coming back into your warrior 1. Hold it there. Imagine someone sat on your shoulders and putting quite a bit of pressure on. Okay, let's cartwheel the hands back down to the floor. Step back into your downward facing dog. So this time we're going to the left side, so I end up facing you this time. So lift the left leg into your 3-point downward facing dog. And swing the left foot through to the hands and coming up into your warrior 1. That's better. So keeping that front leg nice and strong. Make sure the knees stay in line with the toes. Okay, so from here, let's take it to that reverse warrior. So reach forward, flip the palm, and lift up. Right hand down to right knee. And then taking it forwards, left elbow onto left thigh. Reaching up and over so you've got a nice straight line from your fingertips down to your ankle. And then if you want to make it a little bit harder, you get rid of the left arm, you reach that forward as well, and then look up to the ceiling. And coming back up into that warrior 1, looking forwards. And then cartwheel the hands back down into your downward facing dog. So just walk those feet out. Pedal the heels. Move where feels comfortable for you. And then I want you to just walk those feet towards the hands and then to the outsides of the mat. So we're going to come into our yoga squat. So you want to make sure your feet are to the edge of the mat. You've got two options here. You can squat all the way down, keeping your feet flat, bottom towards floor. If you struggle to get all the way down there, place your knees on your elbows and just do a half squat. Once you're in position, I want your hands to come together, palms touching each other, and come to the centre of the chest. And if you can, press your elbows onto the insides of the knees to create a deeper stretch. So again, if you can't come all the way down into this yoga squat, rest your elbows on top of your knees and only come down halfway. So I want you to take the left hand to the floor and then reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. So again, you can do this in your half squat. And let's change sides. So right hand to floor, left arm reaches up and looking up to the ceiling. And release their hands to the floor. So we're coming back into straight legs. So stick your bottom up in the air, keeping your legs nice and wide. I want you to bend the left knee and then lifting the right arm. So you've got that twist again. Makes it easier if you bend your left knee. And if you wish, you can take the right hand behind the back and just hold on to that left thigh. And release there. So changing sides. So from straight legs, you then bend your right knee, your left arm goes up to the ceiling, and if you want to take the bind, take the left hand behind and hold on to the right thigh. And releasing there. Okay, so just heel toe those toes together. So once the feet are just a couple of inches apart, I want you to lift the chest so you've got a nice flat back. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, take that head a little bit lower to the floor. And then just take the hands off the floor if you can, and sway from side to side. So this is your ragdoll. Relaxing the head, feeling the stretch down the back of the legs. If you feel uncomfortable with your hands off the floor, keep them down. Okay, fingers to floor, deep breath in. Lift the chest, flat back. And breathe out. This time take a slight bend in the knees, and we're going to roll it up to standing. Okay, so once we're standing, we're going to do some balancing exercises. So I'm going to turn and face you for this, so I'm going to hit the light. So we'll start on your right leg, my left. So I want you to balance on your right leg. Okay, we're going to go straight into our tree pose. So you're going to slide the left foot up the leg as high as you can, and then lift the arms. If you struggle with your balance with the arms lifted, you can bring your hands into heart center, keeping that tummy pulled in. Deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good. If you keep wobbling, just try and get back into position. Tap your foot on the floor and then try again. Ooh, like that. Okay, if you haven't done already, bring those hands to heart center. And if you can cross the leg over so you've got a figure of 4. Use your hand if you need help for balance. And then try and sit the bottom back, drop in the chest. And you should feel that stretch in the left glute. If you struggle here, you can do more of a low cross with the foot touching the floor. Okay, and release here. So changing legs. So deep breath in, slide that right foot up the leg, find the balance. Tummy's pulled in. So again, if you need to, you can bring those hands to heart center. So if you haven't done already, bring those hands down. Cross the leg over, use your hand if you need, and then pushing the bottom back. Keep that balance. Tummy's pulled in. So remember, you can pop the right toe on the floor if you are struggling with balance. Okay, and release there. So we're going through our chair pose. So I'm going to face sideways this time for you. So deep breath in, reach the arms up. Bring the hands to heart center, push your bottom back. If you can keep the arms extended, but if you feel like your chest is starting to drop, this is when you bring your hands into heart center. Head stays in neutral position. Keep the bottom down. Okay, bring those hands into heart center if they're not already. We're going to add a twist. So we're going to take the left elbow to the right knee and then just push and try and look up to the ceiling. Okay, taking both hands down to the floor and just straighten the legs, relax the head. And slowly roll it up. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms up. And bring the hands back to heart center, or you can keep them up in the air and take it back into that chair pose. We're going to hold it here before we do our left twist. Okay, so bring those hands to heart center if you haven't done already. And then we're going to take the right elbow to the left knee and just put a little bit of pressure on to create that twist. And release, hands back to the floor. Feeling a bit wobbly with that one. And one more time, let's roll it up. So this time we're going to try and balance on our toes. We have done this before. If you can't go onto the toes, just stay on the flat feet. So breathe in, arms up. As you breathe out, the hands come back down. I want you to interlock the fingers behind your back. So this is where we're going to drop into that chair again. Go as low as you can, keeping those shoulders pressed back. As soon as you're in position, we're going to start to lift the heels off the floor so you're onto your tiptoes. Go as high as you can. Oh, I'm very wobbly today. And release there. So hands to the floor, stepping back and taking it down into your child's pose. So just having a few breaths here, head down to the floor, take the arms by your side if you wish, or have a drink. So we're going to finish off the last few minutes on the floor. Okay. Okay, so let's take it back into your downward facing dog. So these are the last two downward facing dogs we're going to do. So let's start on that right side. The right leg lifts. And then drive that right knee through to the hands and place the leg down on the floor. So this is your pigeon pose. So you can either stay lifted, lifting the chest, or if you wish to have a deeper stretch into those glutes, you can start to walk the hands forward. And even go as low as popping your head on the floor. Okay, and slowly come up if you haven't done already. So you're going to pop your left hand on your right knee and then try and twist so your right hand can grab hold of the left thigh. If you can't grab your thigh, you can just pop your hand behind your back. If you want to start making it harder, you can bend that back leg and pull it into the elbow.
Which chocolate bars which burger like? The groovy ones.
And release there.
Is that what they call them, them groovy bars?
Yeah. Tell him to get some seal bars as well. Okay, back into your downward facing dog. And then lift the left leg this time into your 3-point dog. Swing that left knee through to the hands and come down into your pigeon. And then taking it low, if you can, for that deeper stretch into the glutes. Head down to the floor. If you can't go all the way down, go as low as you feel comfortable. And then coming back up nice and slow. So right hand to right knee, left knee, sorry, and then the left arm comes behind your back, or can grab the thigh and take a twist, and then if you can bend the right foot and grab the leg. And relax there. Okay, from here you're just going to sit onto the left bum cheek and swing the back leg round to the front. So we are now in seated position. So sitting nice and tall, flex the feet, deep breath in, reach the arms up. And then reach forward, try and pop the index fingers around the big toes. And pull yourself forward. Okay, sitting nice and tall. So I want you to reach the arms forward. Tuck those hips under and nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Roll yourself down to laying flat. So just keep it nice and controlled.
It's not in Aldi's in Morrison's, so they don't feel good at ours afterwards.
Then feel about the penguins.
Penguins?
Yeah. Okay, so from here I want you to tuck the knees up, lifting the feet off the floor. The arms go out, palms facing the ceiling. And we're just going to let those knees roll to the right side. You can place the right hand on top of the left knee just to create a bit more pressure. And then look down your left arm. And release there, bring those knees back up to the centre and taking it over to the other side. So drop the knees to the left side, place the left hand on top of the right knee, add a bit more pressure and then look down the right arm. And release there, bring those knees back up to the centre. So place the feet on the floor. If you can grab hold of the heels, grab hold of the heels. And again, one vertebrae at a time, start to lift the hips till you go into your bridge. Squeeze the glutes. Imagine you've got a basketball in between your knees and you're squeezing that basketball nice and tight. And slowly coming back down. Okay, so tucking those knees in. I just want you to rock gently from one side to the other, holding onto the knees. And then you can do some small or big rotations, just opening up those hips, wherever feels comfortable for you. Okay, and then if we can just do some gentle rocking forwards and backwards, and eventually rock to sit up nice and tall. So once you're back into seated position, you just want to cross your legs over. So deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're just going to do our last few shoulder stretches. So we always finish with these ones. So imagine you're going to put your hands together, but you're going to do it behind your back. If you struggle to do this, you can just grab opposite elbows. So take those fingers behind your back and just slowly start to crawl them up as high as you can. Once in position, press the palms together and press the elbows back. Okay, you're going to keep one hand up your back and then take the other arm over the top and try and grab hold of the bind. Again, if you struggle with this, just go as high as you can. They don't have to meet just yet. And let's change. So other arm up your back, reaching up and over. And releasing there. Okay, so just do some nice big shoulder rolls. And just moving where feels comfortable for you. Whether it's head rolls. Okay, just sitting nice and tall. Deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. And again, deep breath in. And breathe out. And again, breathe in. One more big breath. Reach the arms up. And bring the hands down. And we are done. So well done, everybody. Let me know how you found this. Send me some feedback, whether it's through Darren or just message me straight to my Facebook page. Hopefully you've been able to follow everything I'm doing. Obviously it's very hard because I can't see you, so I don't know whether the pace was too fast or I'm just not sure. So if you can feedback at any point, whether it's to Darren or anyone at work, or just obviously, like I said, message me, and that will help me if I need to do this again. All has been well up this end. They weren't too disruptive. So enjoy the rest of your day. And are you coming to say hi to everyone? Oh, Sheridan wants to come and say hello. You've not joined in, have you? So enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully I will see you in 2 weeks. I should be back. I'm only isolating till a week on Sunday. So all being well, I should be back from November the 2nd. So have a good day, everyone. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye.